Just put your arms like you're praying.
Look on what?
Like you're praying.
Yeah, just make like palm stuff.
No, I'm about to get chased!
You won't believe who it is, Sarge. Who is it? This YouTube boy.
So a lot of you wanted me to talk about this YouTuber who got arrested last year, and by a lot of you I mean just one person commented wanting me to talk to about this. So here I am making a video. Now usually when YouTubers get exposed or arrested it's because they've been tickling children. But this is not the case. This has nothing to do with any tickling. So a very popular Minecraft YouTuber with over 17 million subscribers was arrested last year, and just 2 weeks ago he was shut with a warrant for his arrest because he broke the probation of his last month and January and December. It's a whole story with a lot of updates to this case. We're mainly going to talk about the 13-minute body cam footage that was released where he was mocked, arrested, he even tried to run away in slow motion. It's a whole thing, and then we're gonna at the end get to the whole what happened to him, where is he now, what's next, and blah blah blah.
It's near midnight when dispatchers receive a 911 call from a concerned Florida resident.
Hi there. I just came home from picking my sister up at the airport, and there's a man kind of laying in the road.
Any drink or drugs, weapons involved that you know of?
I do not know.
Do you think he's trying to harm himself?
I think he might be dead, or I don't know.
Yes, a dead person would die in a sleeping position in the middle of a street. You can't really blame them. They didn't know what they were looking at. What they're looking at is a broken person having the best nap of his life. Just like those naps we used to take back, you know, when coming back from high school when the saliva's all over the pillow and you wake up all confused and go... But the reason I say broken is because I believe his heart was shattered multiple times and his bank account was also shattered as well because of the loves and the marriages, which led to his bad hobbies, which led to where he is right now. Because according to the documents, he couldn't even afford a private attorney. They had to issue him a public one. Now, when you see YouTubers share their relationships, especially their breakups on their YouTube channel, it's a clickbait. It's their feelings are not genuine. It's just a way to get views. That's about it. You don't think it's genuine, and you are right. There are they will get in front of the camera. Hey, so we thought it's best for me and blah blah to break up, and we are ending things in a good term. Meanwhile, 5 minutes ago they were cursing the shit out of each other's grandmas. Now I'm freestyling in this. I don't really know the backstory. No one really knows the backstory except for people who are close to popular MMO, aka Pat over here. But over here it says 3 years ago we got married. 1 year ago will she be coming back, which kind of translates it, but again we don't know the backstory. Translates why he cannot afford a private attorney. Why is he so fucked up the way it looks like? He got Chakalaka Boom Boom away from half of his wealth. The other half he spent it on other things to take his mind off of the fact that he lost the love of his life, which I think the love part did a bigger number on him. That's why he's drunk, intoxicated in the middle of his, street, having the best sleep of his life.
Hey, buddy. Hey, sheriff's office. Do you live here? Huh? Hey, wake up, man. I don't got all day for you. Wake up. Wake your ass up.
You got a bit too much drink tonight, man? You're good?
You live here?
Where do you live?
Let's see what's some of these.
I can't hear you, man.
I had a lot of sales rolls there, sorry.
You had a lot of what?
See something girls.
That alcohol, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just sorry, bro.
Do you live around here?
Yeah, do you want to say it?
Do you have like an ID on you by chance?
Okay. See, no,
well, I just want to make sure you get home safe, that's all.
Yeah, that's sorry. I didn't even see it. I'm so sorry. Well, nothing is annoying. So,
No. Do you have an ID? Like a wallet on you or anything?
In like 5 minutes, I'll give it to you.
5 more minutes, like it's a fucking school alarm, or this is your alarm to get up to go to work or gym, and you're like snoozing at 5 more minutes, which you're talking to yourself, is crazy. Now before he fucked it all up when he got PTSD and tried to run away from the cops and made everything worse, he did in this case deal with the whole situation, well, with good manners, even though they woke him up while he was having one of those sleeps where your saliva just like shatogs all over the pillow. It is everywhere. It is on your beard or mustache or anywhere. You get up, you do one of these and you're confused on where you are. He did you know, take that pretty well. He was like, sorry, don't want to be annoying. I'm just very drunk. I'm just getting up. 5 more minutes, I'll get up and I'll go to my house.
I'm so sorry that my parents had chill to me when I was here.
Do you even live here? Where do you live?
The man is able to provide an address, which the officers quickly note is nowhere nearby.
Commissioner Drive.
Commissioners.
Where's that at? Is that by San Pablo? Is that by San Pablo?
Yes.
So what are you doing all the way down over here? If you live
You're a ways from home, bud. Probably at least like 20 minutes out.
I was drinking. Friends wanted to come over to make sure I was good, that's all.
So how do you get over here?
Just drove. That's all they did.
Somebody dropped you off here?
Yeah, they dropped me off here, yeah.
You need rescue to come check you out?
No, I'm actually fine. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, can you call Uber or somebody to come get you? Because you're in this condition, you're not even safe to walk.
Oh, yeah, I apologize for that. I didn't mean...
Yeah, you just call a friend.
Yeah, do you got like anybody that can come pick you up? Because like,
No, I
you seriously,
can't.
yeah, you're like 20 minutes from home, man, and that's like fast driving. You're out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, I apologize for that. To be annoying.
So as it turned out, he doesn't live around the same area. He's claiming that he was there with his friends and someone dropped him off over here. For what reason, we do not know. If I had to guess, Pat is still in love and trying to get her back, which explains why his friends dropped him off after they all got intoxicated and he's sleeping in the area that he doesn't even live in. Best case, I don't know. Anyways, they wanted to charge, you know, they told him get an Uber, go back home, just don't sleep on the street. His phone was dead. They said, we're going to charge your phone inside the car, get an Uber, and go on with your life.
On May 16, 2021, he was arrested on charges of domestic battery causing bodily harm, but the case was later dropped. Unfortunately for Pat, his fear of returning to jail is about to become a bitter reality.
All right, come on. Come on, stand up.
It's like, probably like
You don't.
many months of going to jail and no stuff.
Okay, you don't have no weapons, anything on you? Okay, come on. Place your bag on top of my hood. I just got to pat you down before you go inside my car. Place your phone right there. Okay. Just real quick, just put your hands out. You don't have no weapons, anything. You don't have anything on your bag that should be worried of. Any drugs or anything? Huh?
No, it's just called.
Do you mind if I search your bag real quick?
Officers allow Pat to warm up in the back of the cruiser while his phone charges in the front seat. At the moment, he isn't under arrest or being detained. However, the situation quickly changes when officers look inside his backpack.
I'm gonna glove up before I start touching weed and a ton of Fireball. Homie is messed up. Bruh. That's why I asked. I knew. I knew. Just checked out the bag there.
I mean, there's nothing to that.
So, well, hey, you had the big old bottle of Fireball, which probably explains why you're... Yeah, you can have alcohol, right? That probably explains part of why you were passed out on the sidewalk there, right? So, what about the weed in the bag? Well, let me enlighten you here. This weed in the bag. The nice little jar.
It's a candle jar. It's not a regular. There's no prescription, no nothing.
Yeah, it's not like you got this on like a med card.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you get sobered up in a matter of a second.
Because that doesn't come like that. So, what's up? You don't know you're drunk? Have you been smoking as well?
I don't smoke. That's the funny part.
You don't smoke, but you have marijuana.
Yeah, well, so why do you have the jar of pot?
Brother, I guess.
What?
I don't smoke. That's
Okay, all right, fair enough, yeah.
All right, step out real quick. We're just gonna place you in handcuffs. All right, turn around real quick.
Yeah.
Just put your arms like you're praying.
Look on what?
Like you're praying.
Yeah, just like palms touching. We're not doing this.
Yo, 261 fighting one.
That had to be probably the worst attempted escape I've ever seen in my entire life. He, in his head, it was like, pray on this, pray that you'll catch me. In his head, he was like running really, really fast, and the officers were just like way behind. So while he was charging his phone, he forgot about the weed inside the bag. And once he got confronted by the officers, He put one of those, what? That's not even mine. What are you talking about? Talk to my lawyer. Now, like mentioned, he did spend a couple of months inside jail for his domestic charges, which later on were dropped. But his drunk self just had a whole flashback of going back to jail. I don't know what happened there, but he just didn't like it, and he started running away, which was the stupidest thing he could have done in this case, because he's just adding more charges and making this whole situation more difficult. 99% of people who run away from the cops, in their head, they're 99% gonna get away, but 99% of them get caught. You do not run away from the cops under any circumstances, because it's just going to make your situation worse. Unless you are a magician and you can pull off a abracadabra, bitch, and you like disappear poof, then yeah, your chances are, you know, going to be a lot higher than 1% for getting away.
I said we're good. Huh? Stop. I said we're good already. Why you keep stop? Why do you keep saying stop? When I said good, stop.
Just face down.
I said we're good, buddy. I said we're good. I didn't do not kick. I didn't kick. Do not kick. Buddy, I didn't do anything.
Backup soon arrives, and officers engage in a short discussion about the YouTuber's fame, fortune, and disappearance from the platform.
He's big on, well, used to be big on YouTube.
Playing Minecraft.
And my audio blew up.
But he made a lot of money.
Good. What is he doing here?
Say a friend dropped him off. But it doesn't make sense.
With strippers.
So he's like currently big in Minecraft now?
No, he died off about a year and a half ago.
He made
Millions. I looked him up on YouTube before. He was making plenty.
The sergeant finally arrives, who will soon remember Pat not by his YouTube fame, but by another of his arrests that went viral.
You won't believe who it is, Sarge. Who is it? It's YouTube boy.
So this is the famous part where the cops started mocking him for being a YouTuber and playing Minecraft. Oh, my 5-year-old plays this. Is that even a job? Like belittling the whole YouTube, saying, yes, now it is easier than most jobs, but it is still harder than most jobs. I don't want to get to the whole thing. Make a YouTube video and then we'll speak. I think that's the only way you can truly understand and experience it. The research, the shooting, the editing, and then try to make 3 to 4 to 5 videos a day. But obviously being a police officer is a harder job. You're literally putting your life at risk on daily basis to, you know, make a living, right? I understand that, sure, but it doesn't give them a pass to belittle anyone for their professions. People usually see this as a hobby. No, being a YouTuber is not a hobby. It is not for fun. It is fun, but there are days where you do not want to do anything, but you have to because it is a job and it is your way of making a living, so you have to show up on a daily basis. Anyways, this was just very unprofessional from the cops. This just shows their personal characters. The cops were just being donkeys in this case. And the YouTube boy comment was made after the Sarge recognized them, because in 2022, he got arrested with 2 other people for jumping into a football game. Well, he didn't jump in. He tried to jump in, but he was arrested before even making the field.
All right, Mr. Gionel. Good luck. That was a stupid thing you guys did yesterday.
Sorry. You can Minecraft that.
35-year-old Pat Thomas Julianell was formally charged with resisting an officer with violence, as well as possession of marijuana under 20 grams. His bond was set at $2,503. On March 20th, 2024, he was declared indigent, meaning a determination was made that he couldn't afford a private attorney, and he was appointed a public defender. He initially entered a plea of not guilty, but later accepted a plea deal on November 20th, 2024. As a result of the plea deal, adjudication was withheld, and his possession charge was dropped. Pat was sentenced to complete 12 months of probation, 100 hours of community service, and a mandatory substance abuse evaluation with follow-up treatment. He was also ordered to provide a $1,000 donation to the Police Memorial Fund and write an apology to the officer he assaulted. However, on January 8, 2025, he was found to have violated his probation due to substance-related issues after failing a drug test on December 20, 2024. Pat claimed he was given a pill at a party several days earlier and didn't realize what was in it. This violation led to a warrant for his arrest issued on January 10, 2025. On February 2, 2025, police responded to Pat's home address in reference to a mentally ill person, where he then was arrested for the active warrant. His probation was subsequently modified to include GPS monitoring and completion of an inpatient treatment program. On May 12, 2025, a warrant was issued for his arrest due to a second violation of probation, when he submitted a urine sample which tested positive for marijuana and alcohol.
So he's been violating his probation left and right from all directions, and the latest on him on May 12th, there was a warrant for his arrest. There's no updates after that, but they're probably going to catch him, and this time he's going to face some real jail time. Now, this is the side effects of just alcohol and drugs in general, and one's bad choices of getting into this whole thing in the first place. It's a very sad situation to see. Now, I know he also wants to quit his alcohol and drug addiction, because I know a thing or two about addiction. Not alcohol or drugs, but just in general, I know he wants to let that shit go, and hopefully, it's been a while since this whole thing was last year. So far, it hasn't been going well, but we all know where this road is going to lead down to. Hopefully, he'll have the courage the willpower for him to man up and, change his life around. Anyways, just wanted to share this with you and my thoughts on it. You take it easy. I'll see you at the next one.